Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop-rolls. We hope you're doing fantastically this evening. It's been a good day here on the channel, and it's going to continue to be a good day for the rest of this evening, because it's time to start our spell space adventure. But before we get started, a few announcements. Here they are. Tomorrow night, Salt and Strategy, the Tabletop Bros, are back. After I go to a murder mystery party and Kaf goes to a Hanukkah dinner.
And I get drained of blood.
Nice.
Not by a Asterian.
Oh, I wish. That man's an award winner.
Don't we all wish? Don't we all?
Everyone but Kaf. Kaf doesn't really like Asterian at all, which
I think Kaf just doesn't like the whole vampire dynamic. Which is fair.
I think I think
it's
he's
invasive.
Overrated. Don't hate me, internet.
If we say it 3 times, Sarah will appear in chat.
Threaten us with a good time.
He's fine.
It's fine.
You
can fix him.
But there are other interesting companions. You should check them out.
Yes, like Will. People do Will storylines.
Kaf
It's
has
really
two
cool.
hands.
Look at slept on and not with.
Yeah, that's very true. But then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op, Will, Sarah, Emily playing Sunhaven. We're getting close to completing like the main story of the game, and then my character just needs to get married. So, join us this week for that. That'll be a good time. I'm probably going to have Sarah talk about cats for a while because I have questions about cats for Sarah that only Sarah can answer, and it will be done live because I think it'll be entertaining. Speaking of entertaining, Monday night, we did it! We made it to the Golden City! After months of walking through the forest, and Kiara, and Tree, and so many things, we finally made it back onto the adventure path.
You keep bringing up with an exasperated voice, Will, Kiara. You have not seen her in probably over a year in game time, which is a lot longer in the real world.
Just sick of me talking about her. And to that I say, haha. Because I have no intention of not talking about her. My character is very invested in her safety and well-being, which is unfortunate because those two things are not likely.
Yeah.
Or perhaps too likely, but in a bad way.
Oh, that's, yeah. The fate of this character is concerning.
But we have that on Monday night. If you want to see what happens, join us then for that. Then on Tuesday, because after 150 fucking hours in the game, they decided to corrupt my save with the newest update, there's no more Starfield.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they decided, they said, you know what?
Fuck Will.
This guy.
Fuck this guy in particular. And nobody else.
I'm so angry, y'all. I
think they generally
This
just
guy
make,
in particular.
I think they generally just make a decision that that's an acceptable thing whenever they make any game.
But
because it's Bethesda.
Rose, take off your headphones for a second, please.
Aye, Captain.
On Tuesday nights going forward, we're going to be playing a game called 7 Days to Die. It's a zombie apocalypse game. Do you want to see me try to survive a zombie apocalypse with nothing but a electrified baton and my brains? Do you want to see zombies getting bonked in the head so hard it goes flying off with the rest of their body and they ragdoll across the screen, looking like an 80s slasher flick?
I have to iron my cat. I can't.
I'm still waiting for the part of this description that is not Rose appropriate.
It's
80s slasher.
It's very gory.
Listen, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah. It's a very gory game, so come on down for that. You're good, Rose. I wanted to be safe rather than sorry. Then on Wednesday we have the Wild Ambition. Our party's inside of a temple. They did a puzzle. They did a puzzle, and I'm so proud of them. And then they proceeded to use items I gave them to skip an entire section of the dungeon that was going to teach them boss mechanics. And now they're going into the boss blind.
Next thing you know, we'll be using an anti-magic field to render a demi-lich a negligible encounter.
I'm just saying I'm not responsible for what happens in this coming encounter.
What?
I tried to give you all the tools. Did not take.
I mean, we could just run out of the room. We squeezed
Yeah,
in.
that's true.
Then on Thursday we're off, but Friday is the Astral Calling. It's what you're watching right now. And why are you watching it? Well, because we have a fantastic cast. Starting off with someone who also makes content. We have McKenna, a person responsible for all the lovely artwork here on the channel. Also responsible for her TikTok and many other socials, but TikTok being the main one, at McKenna Ray Art. Link in chat right now. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, at the first thing in the description.
Oh, wow. McKenna Ray Tynan. I'm playing Experiment 3 version 13, also known as Evie. She is the party's artificer. She's slime. And she's gonna probably throw at some spiders. My internet is not having a good time tonight.
It was
just
good until
decided.
just now.
I think we
Yeah.
got Eevee, and then there was whatever, and then there was a slime
Spiders.
and throwing spiders or something, throwing something at spiders.
I'm glad
Oh, and mine is also.
Yours is just as
my
bad, if not
Wi-Fi being
worse.
weird. I was just like, wait.
Close enough.
No,
Close enough.
mine is also
Y'all
bad.
got
Okay, cool.
No,
the-
it is both of you girls.
Y'all got the important bits. That's all I'm worried about.
Speaking of important, next up is the person in charge of local morale, as well as someone who is just a generally bright and shiny person. We have Rose playing Luna.
That's me. Hi, everybody.
How are you doing tonight, Rose?
You know what? I'm excited to play. I am excited for some sci-fi fantasy goodness in my week.
I asked this on Wednesday to people, so I'm going to ask everyone on Friday who was in the Wednesday show this question. Rose, if you saw, what would be a worrying amount of owls to see in a day for you?
One.
Okay.
Even
Rose
one.
is afraid of birds.
Rose hates birds.
I have an intense fear of birds. Owls are high up on that list.
He hates them.
Valid.
Yes.
Valid.
I
Okay.
will
That's fair.
actually
They're pretty
walk the
predatory.
other way. It is an actual phobia.
That is valid. So one is Rose. I was
I
asking.
have a
these-
lot of fears. Look, I'm a squishy, little
However-
soft baby. Okay.
They become a lot goofier if you shave them of all their feathers.
No,
I feel like
you
that
still
would scare
you
Rose
still see the
more.
talons and the beak. The sharp bits are all still there.
How do you feel about octopi?
Neutral?
Okay.
Tasty.
Neutral
Like,
to
is it a
ambivalent.
thing?
Delicious.
Takoyaki's good.
Fair play. Speaking of
Yeah!
They're so
Good.
intelligent.
Speaking of good food, someone who makes a lot of good food, we have Maya
They're
playing
also
Rat
tasty.
tonight.
What can be true? Hey y'all. I'm playing your resident goblin granny, Rash Ruglos, cooking up a storm here. Forgot to make dinner myself, but it's okay. I'll live vicariously through Rash.
There you go. And Maya, what would
Maya.
be a worrying amount of owls for you to see in a day?
In the day,
Yeah, and
I would be worried with one because they're nocturnal and I worry for their sleep cycle.
fair enough. And moving.
They should not be out during the day.
I'm true, but moving right along, we have Chad as well playing Vim.
No, it's just Vim. It's just one syllable. We're not doing this.
No, how are you doing tonight, Chad?
It's
Ah.
fun.
I'm doing all right.
Nice.
Not all of me is dealing with the temperature drop that we've had today very well. But other than that, I'm doing all right.
Fair enough. How many? What would be a worrying number of owls for you to see?
I mean, seeing one being is just not that good. But if there was like a group of them, it'd be a little. You have to start questioning things.
That's fair. Yeah, I set it at like a full parliament of 6 owls for
Like
me.
if you got a few of them going on, just chilling in the day, it's gonna raise some questions.
Just see them with like baseball bats. You came to the wrong side of town.
Oh,
Caca. Whack.
if they made that noise too, that would be pretty concerning. If they were-
Both Rose and I tilted our heads at that.
It's a joke. Anyway, those are all of our announcements, cast introductions. And
Roll
I'm
for
going
deception,
to
owls.
Roll the intro. Yes, a card from Matt, because Matt made me a birthday card that has like a cat on it. I
Yeah,
don't think I've shown
Matt.
it on stream.
Aww.
Who's Matt?
Who's Matt?
Oh, fuck
no
me,
idea.
I forgot Matt.
What?
No,
Like,
I
wait,
did
did
it.
I miss
did
my own
Matt
introduction?
second. I
Was
did
I not
Matt
paying attention
second.
that badly?
Rip! Oh no!
I forgot.
I had a
Matt.
cool owl fact and everything.
Matt, I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's the introduction.
sorry, we don't have Darius today. It's
I
just a
am
group
awful.
of owls
Peace.
instead.
I am.
It's just a
awful,
group
I'm
of
sorry.
owls in his place.
It's almost like I can hear his voice still.
It's 3 rowlets and a trench coat.
Rowlet.
Cheddar cheese
Oh,
is
I
called
guess-
tasty cheese in
Rose, is
Australia.
Rose, do Pokemon flavored owls also affect your fear,
Rowlet
or do
is
they
an adorable
bypass
being.
it?
That is okay. He is.
But
around
Okay.
Decidui.
How do you feel about Hoot
Decidui
Hoot?
is,
All right,
I just don't
all right.
care about it. I'm not like
enough.
terrified of it. I would not like him in real life.
But
Fair enough.
they have asymmetrical ear holes. Isn't that fun?
Matthew,
No.
why you gotta make things like that?
I don't
What?
like
It's
that.
a fun owl fact.
I
These are
disagree.
true
That's
facts
It's
about
not.
the
an
owl.
owl fact.
Yeah,
It is a fact
seconded.
about
They are
owls.
bird of prey.
Fun is
Beard
subjective.
pre. Oh my god, bird pre.
Have you guys never seen this series of videos that are true facts about animals?
So last
Yes.
time
They're a lot of fun.
on the Astral Calling,
Maybe.
our party returned to Vim's homeworld, Amaryllia. Upon their arrival, they discovered that peaceful Peace Blossom
Oh,
had
God.
taken over the planet as the Fairy Queen. And there was much
Honestly,
rejoicing.
Good
Yeah, truly.
Gaslighting, girl bossing,
Murdering.
gatekeeping.
We love a girl boss dictator.
I'm
What
gonna
can we
lose it.
say?
Do we?
I'm gonna lose it.
I don't
I
recall a lot of
support
people
women's
liking
rights
Cersei
and
Lannister.
women's wrongs.
Women's wrongs.
But our party was treated to a royal welcome. They were given many buffets, snacks, treats, a lovely air show put on by some ladybug knights where the ladybugs were like corgi sized and the fairies were riding them. Very cute. And a massive feast that had desserts themed like the party at the end of it. After that, they were taken to bedrooms for their evening's rest, with a meeting with Mother Myrtle scheduled for the morning. As our party was about to rest, Gentle Breeze, one of the pixies that had been showing them around the fairy court, gave Vim a dire warning that they were in danger and they needed to get ready for a fight. Vim, deciding to send them to Luna and Evie's room to warn them, did so, where soon after, entering Vim's room was a Drider. And initiative ensued And we are going to pick up right there. Evie, as you were getting ready to bed down, Gentle Breeze came into the room and basically said, sorry, Evie, Luna, Vim sent me. He's in terrible danger. Things are about to attack you all. Don't get in that bed. Also, fairy dust. And she threw some pixie dust in your face, which is like this powder. And you saw the dreamlike castle that you were in dissolve into a almost nightmare. Almost nightmare. The bed was replaced with a massive spider web. Turns out your room is a cell. And this fairy is saying that Vim is being attacked and they are won over. Evie, it is your turn in initiative. What would you like to do?
Let's move up to this door.
Okay.
Can I assume it is locked?
It is unlocked.
It is unlocked.
Roll initiative, sorry.
Oh,
I don't think. I don't.
Or
Are we not in
Oh, I
combat?
don't think I
You're
did.
not in yet because
rolled
you
initiative
haven't been
last week.
alerted yet. You're not going to.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
And if it's
because I've
I'm
not
asleep
triggered.
in a web.
I've not triggered combat. I can do all sorts of things outside of the turn-based thing. That's what Baldur's Gate
That's
is.
what Baldur's Gate said.
I can
McKenna, you
cheese
take
boss
your turn.
encounters this way.
I do love a cheesed boss encounter, so if you find a way to maneuver this to your advantage, Matthew, I highly support it.
I want cheese.
I'll lock them in the
same.
room and set it on fire.
I'm in that room.
I
I
can hear you. I close the door.
think I will just have to open the door as my action and then dash.
Yep.
Or, well, I guess if opening the door is an action, then I can't dash.
No, opening the door is a
opening the
free
door is-
action.
Okay.
You're fine.
Then I open the door, and I will move here, because I think I can still hit the Drider from here.
Okay. Is that
On
your
my
turn?
next turn. Yes, please.
Luna, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Gonna move to here,
All right.
and then gonna cast me a cheeky little divine favor.
Ooh,
Cute.
Buff my damage a little bit.
nice.
That is a bonus action. As my action, I'm gonna go ahead and channel divinity for sacred weapon, so that I get an extra 5 to hit on
Nice.
my attacks.
On a side
That'll
note,
be-
y'all, now that you're looking at Vim, they look very different. It's almost like a color palette shift. Like Vim's like blues and such are now blacks, whites, and reds. Like Vim looks like a very scary butterfly at this moment.
Oh.
I don't like that.
But Luna, continue with your turn.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a defensive mechanism,
It's an
like a
emo
moth
phase.
defense.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's it. All right, Vim, it is your turn.
All right. Now,
Can you do me a favor? And at the beginning of your turn, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Me?
Or actually, this would be a charisma saving throw, Vim.
Oh, that's much
Ooh.
better.
what for
Vim.
No,
Oh, wait,
it's-
did you say Vim or Rose?
for me? Neither
never mind.
are particularly good. 15.
Nice. Vim, as you're standing there, you notice this like darker form. You manage to shift back to your regular self.
Okay. I'm gonna rush straight at the Drider,
Okay.
and as I get right in front of it, I Misty Step.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to check something. I have to check if these guys have counterspell.
That'd be some bullshit.
They don't. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
That's what I was
That's some
checking. I
bullshit.
was like, do they have counterspell? Nope.
And I'll get here.
Okay.
And then I need to see. Okay, that's the thing. Range. And I still have a little bit of movement, so I'll actually just come back a little bit further.
Did
I'll
you miss
fire-
the step or did you move from that spot?
from this spot, I moved.
Okay, you're going to take an AO then.
Oh, Jesus, 15 feet? Jeez.
No, as a sprite becomes visible as it attacks you.
Oh no! Additional sprites.
What a loser.
Vicious Mockery, is that you?
Loser detected. Its cringe levels are off the charts.
Vim, does a 12 hit you?
No, it does not.
All right.
Boo.
I'm gonna fire at the Drider.
All right.
Let's see.
An 11 will go wide, I'm afraid.
All right. Second attack.
15. This one almost comes close to hitting it, but one of its spider legs cuts the bolt in half as you do. Yes.
With my bonus action attack, I turn and I fire at Rash's door.
Right. Make me a attack.
Oh,
roll.
actually, that's smart.
Rash, you hear a bolt. You hear like a crossbow bolt pinging onto your door, and you wake up. You are in a web. You can roll me initiative now.
If there are any invisible sprites right by Rash's door, they take 5 damage because I
There's
crit. Okay, damn. One of these days, this crit it's gonna do what it's supposed to do.
I'm rolling initiative first. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Roll initiative. You've now entered combat.
Did I do it?
You got a 5. Yep. I will. It did.
I might have double clicked. My laptop's being very bad right now.
You're fine.
Okay, there we go.
Vim, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
The Drider is going to go.
They don't have to.
That's illegal.
They are unhappy with your moving, Vim. So they think they are going to tell you to be a good little thing and stay where you are. And they're going to cast Hold Person on you.
The energy in the room has shifted. No one liked that.
Everybody hated that.
Can you make me a...
Rosalie
DC
disapproves. McKenna disapproves. Maya disapproves.
Hard no for me, dog.
Can you make me a DC 14?
Ooh.
Vim, you are paralyzed.
It's a red light.
And
No means no.
They are going to...
Stranger danger.
Strider danger.
Strider danger.
Rash, it is your turn.
Oh, great. A 5 fucking initiative. I want to get out of this web. Tell me how to get out of this fucking web.
It is just difficult terrain.
Okay, so it's not like a strength to break out or anything?
It's not a strength to break out or anything. It's just difficult terrain.
Okay, that's
I feel
fine,
like
I
putting
guess.
you all in like a situation where you wouldn't be able to move without succeeding on saves would be a little bit too mean. So it's just difficult terrain.
Honestly, I would have rather had that because I have great strength, so. But fine, William. Let's see. Well, this will just be. Come on. Click the thing. Get the thing. Okay, so this is. That's a full 10, right then, for difficult terrain, just moving there?
Yep, and then one more would be 20 feet because there are 2 spaces of it.
Okay, so 20. Let's see. I just want to move my full movement to get to the door. How far can I get? 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I can get to here. I can't get fully to the door, unfortunately. But actually, you know what? I'm going to fully dash. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just get out the fucking door. So it's 5, 10, 15, and I see everybody fucking over here. Who is this doodad? Are they with us?
No.
Or is this a sprite?
That is a meanie. That's a meanie.
That's a meanie? Okay, cute.
That's a baddie.
That's a baddie. I'm gonna rock up to them. Let's see, that was 5, 10, 15. 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can rock right up. And yeah, I'm just gonna be like, what?
Suddenly,
Also, I think-
angry grandma.
Also, I think Evie gets flanking now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not
but
that it
first,
is helpful for me, but
It's time for a sprite. This one's going to start off by using a bonus action to disengage.
uh-oh.
And it's going to fly
Bro.
into here. And then it's going to take a shot at Evie with a short bow. Does
Rude.
a 16 hit you?
Yeah, meet to beat, I believe.
All right then. In that case, take 1 piercing damage. And
Ouch.
I need you to make me a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
I think you've. Don't you have.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine.
I think you would also have advantage because it's a poison effect. You
Um,
have. Isn't that a thing for you?
yes,
I mean, it didn't matter
yeah,
for this
because
roll,
it's
but
a poisoning. Yeah, advantage to saves against being
Yeah.
poisoned.
This one's going to take a shot at Luna. With advantage because they were invisible. Ba-doom!
Oof.
Does a 24 hit you, Luna?
Yeah.
As this villainous pixie pops up. Luna, take 1 point of piercing damage. I need you to make me a DC 10 con save.
Okay.
16, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Got to.
This one's going to go Rash. This will be against you. Pew! 22 to hit you, Rash.
Yeah,
As these
that
like little
hits.
thorns just find purchase. 1 point of piercing damage, and I need you to make me a DC 10 con
I'm
save.
like, what's 1 point halved?
Wow.
I'm like, do I still get the damage?
Yes.
Fine. All right,
Time-
what am I making?
a
Constitution
DC 10
saving?
Con save. If you roll a 5 or lower, you pass out.
All right.
20. All right,
Hey! What? Rash flicks it off. Her, like, very calloused skin.
this will be against Luna. 25 will definitely hit for another 1 damage and another DC 10 con save, please. As these like little like needles just
No.
like, little like thorns prick into you. Hey, a 13. That's a success.
No.
Evie,
No.
you're up.
Evie is up. That's
Yes.
so real, bestie. Oh my god, it's been so long since I have fought anything with this character.
Yeah, it's been a minute since combat.
Like really, really, truly so long.
It's been one session.
I feel it in my soul.
I feel it in my fingers.
I think
That sounds like frostbite.
we'll do some alchemical acid at the Drider.
All right.
Yeah.
Frost-
Dex
Frostbite.
save. Let's see how well they.
That's
can
why I only have
dexterity.
9 toes.
Oh,
Haha.
that was a 9, which is a failure.
Really?
You should not have advantage on that.
Much so.
I mean, it's not uncommon in Canada.
I didn't know.
To have 9
Just
toes?
news.
So they will take 14 acid damage.
Ask
McKenna?
Will.
Yes, they
It-
will.
This
Well,
is
I
a
feel like-
concentrate.
Toes.
This is
No,
a concentration
no, Rose,
check, right?
Rose, I feel like this is the Canada fuckery thing.
No,
I
that
think they're
is
doing the Canada
that is
fuckery
actually a
thing.
thing because like literally like I was very lucky. I never got like caught out in the cold long enough to have to like lose toes to prevent like really bad frostbite and like gangrene. But yeah, it's pretty common.
Huh.
So they need to make a concentration save.
For the cold?
Yeah,
No,
No.
the concentration save.
For
the
the
cold.
fact that they just took acid
It's
damage.
20.
God damn it. Well, I tried, Vim.
I don't like that. Replace it.
Luna, it is your turn.
I'm so far away from the combat.
Okay.
Oh wait, before my turn ends, can I just give a yodel?
Yeah, make me a performance check.
Yole.
Yeah.
There he is! There is fighting! Stop praying!
Performance
need your
check.
help.
Performance check
Oh,
to
Brian.
project your voice. 16.
That's a 16. I'll
All
take
right,
a 16.
Darius, make me a perception check.
I should be good at this.
Deep in his prayers.
Deep in his
Deep
prayers.
in
Deep in my
prayers.
prayers.
Deep in the
Luna,
prayers.
it's your turn.
I'm one with the spark
Doing
right now.
some real tantric shit in there.
Yeah.
Well, okay then.
On that
Alright.
note, Luna, it's your turn.
I'm gonna attack this little fairy shit right here.
It's me, your fairy friend, the fairy of fairies.
How's a
Where is our actual
33
fairy
to
friend?
hit?
I think it's the
She's
one that's in.
hiding in the room.
Yeah.
A what? A
33.
28. A 30.
33.
To give you an
Oh,
idea,
because you're a
the
thing.
little guys have an AC of 15. That will hit and then some.
And on top of that, we get a D4 of radiant.
As Sword Friend cuts through this little sprite, you can see them just like dissolve into like this like dark mist, and they cease to exist.
Great. So then we're gonna move here, and you are here, and we'll use our second attack on this little fairy shit right here.
Do it.
That's a 16 to hit.
This one, seeing its friend almost being like one shot by you, it tries to avoid it, but at the last moment Sword Friend says, Luna, allow me to assist, as without your
Oh man,
bonus,
can I turn on aim assist?
without your divine
I guess
favor.
that's what channel divinity is.
Wow.
Is basically
It's an aimbot.
Aim assist?
Assist.
Yeah. Plus 5
Huh.
to hit. Yeah.
Boom. You take him out.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, that should help ease up
Then
the turn order.
Make
Enjoy
a
somebody
save.
else.
Make a save against paralysis at the end of your turn.
It was con, right? Or
DC 14 Wisdom.
wisdom. Okay, good. Wisdom is better than Constitution.
18.
Oh, you should have. Are you within?
I'm not within your range.
Oh, dang.
I'm just out of it. I wasn't sure if you. I wasn't sure how many levels you had. I wasn't sure if you had
Attacks.
an aura yet.
All right. So on the Drider's turn,
No, I don't.
its
I get
like
that.
spider half of its body is going to almost like with like a dark nightmarish goo open up to reveal like a maw, and it's going to bite at Vim.
Don't like that.
Is its butt a mouth?
No, it's like abdomen has a mouth on it.
That's its butt.
That's the same thing. You said the same thing.
Does a 18 hit you, Vim?
Well, very unfortunately, it does. After the last few comments about what was happening.
four piercing and 2 poison.
Got hit with
damage.
the butt bite.
You're about to get eaten by a butt.
And then two of its legs are going to just try to skewer you.
Don't like
First
any
one,
of this.
18
Yep.
for 12.
Oh.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oh no.
And a
That's
natural
rough
20
time. Good God.
Oh,
If he gets actually eaten
For
by a butt, I
14.
swear to God.
Ooh,
I'd
I
like
don't
to point out
any
that
of
this cannot be blamed on me because I'm not in the fight yet.
You know what? Maybe if you were, that wouldn't have happened though.
Yeah, Darius. Maybe if
certainly
you were
would.
actually out here
Yeah,
with
I
us.
think we can fully blame
We
this
could
on
probably
you
use our cleric.
for your absence.
Wow, Darius. Abandoning your party in their time of need.
Abandoning is a
Right.
choice. I have not gotten the opportunity to make a choice.
Absent cleric syndrome.
So what you're saying is you guys are useless without me.
Too busy
Yes.
soloing the Kama Sutra.
Rash, you're up.
The Kata Sutra?
Y'all in your Kama Sutras and your tantric breathing and
Antic breathing?
tantric.
Okay.
Cantrip breathing.
And since we're flanking, I'm not gonna go into a rage quite yet. I'm just gonna get natural advantage, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just Rash is still kind of groggy, so she's not quite. She understands there's a danger here, but she's not quite fully enraged yet.
It's probably that thing what's trying to eat Vim with its butt.
Vim is just
Thing
the
what's
very
trying to eat
Wait.
Vim.
What?
If you think
Now-
about it,
now Rash is
a
Southern.
Drider is like the more goth version of Darius.
Vim may have been able to redo any of those checks when he was getting hurt with hold person.
He already succeeded.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, my turn.
You're
I
good.
succeeded. Oh, if
Yeah,
I'm
Rash is
still
just
under
going
hold
to smack.
person, I'd be dead.
Yeah, those
Because
are auto crits.
because those were all within 5 feet. If I was
If it
paralyzed, they
hit,
would have all been auto
it crit.
crits and
23
attacks
is
at
a-
advantage. So
23 will hit.
I
With
fig-
your creme
Yeah,
brulee.
I figured. So that is, since I'm not raging, I can't throw my Divine Fury on there yet.
That's 14
But
damage.
cute. And then I'm going to do my second attack.
All right.
Still at advantage.
Go for it. As the frying pan finds purchase against this thing's maw. You
Rash is
go
just like,
back-
what? What is happening? Oh, squish the spider. Got it.
You will hit again. Roll your damage.
Still less annoying than the Drider fight in Baldur's Gate because it's not constantly casting Sanctuary.
Sanctuary!
Sanctuary!
Just you wait. But a 17 for 17 damage, 18 damage.
Smack, smack.
I can do math. Is that your turn, Rash?
Yes, that is my turn.
All right then. No.
Actually, wait. Can I take a nimble escape bonus action to try to hide behind something?
What would you like to hide behind?
There's not really anything. Never mind. There's not really anything to hide behind, unfortunately, in this area.
It's a pretty.
And I don't really
empty-
want to. I don't really want to use Vim, so it's fine. Never mind.
All right. Then next up will be the sprite. They are going to fire their short bow, but just normally at Evie.
Mm-hmm.
Pachoo! A 10 will miss.
Yes, it will.
This one's going to fire their bow at Rash. Pachoo!
Rude.
A 25 will hit.
Yeah,
for-
that's gonna hit.
1 damage, and I need you to make me a DC 10 con save.
Yeah. All right, hang on.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Suck it. She
Uh,
sucks the poison out of her arm and spits it out.
Evie, it's your turn.
Metal.
So it is. So it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time, which is the alchemical acid. Ooh, not bad on the acid. That's a good
Okay.
roll. I hope they fail.
And
And they critically failed!
Nice.
They take
Nice.
42 acid damage.
We love.
It definitely seems effective, and they definitely look towards you.
Yeah. Darius!
I wonder if you have a similar flavor to the dessert served today.
I feel like I actually should point out also. I suppose I should ask Will.
Mhm.
Darius resting in the quote unquote bed. Now, does he feel that this isn't a bed? Because if he feels this is not a bed,
No,
he
it's
probably
a-
would have.
It
Hmm?
feels like a bed.
I don't think that's how illusion spells work.
It's not an illusion.
It's
spell.
different.
yeah, it's
Okay.
We covered that.
because remember the true sight didn't work, so this is more than just illusion.
Okay.
Do I need to make another performance check?
It's
to-
fey bullshit.
Ah, yes.
It's dreams and reality.
All fairies must die.
12 could be worse. I
Alright.
don't have a very good performance.
Roll me a perception.
I don't know.
Darius.
I feel like Vim
21.
is
I
fairy.
flip the numbers.
Darius, you can hear it. You wake up. Roll me initiative.
Yee. Make sure my character is selected. I'm not sure we may need to do that anymore, but still. Boop. No. I'm groggy, all right.
That
and
actually
I've
means
got,
you go next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually like very
I've got-
helpful for you all.
I've got half as many limbs to wake up as the rest of you.
Darius, you hear
Except
the
maybe
sounds.
eating at certain times.
Darius, you
Depends.
hear the sounds of battle, and you hear Evie calling for your help, and you wake up and you find yourself in a web.
Concerned, is it a day that begins with Y? Oh, yes.
Boo.
They need my help. It must be a day
Begins
that.
with Y.
Ends Ends?
No, begins.
In this universe, all the days
Sometimes it's
start with
both.
Y.
Anyway, all right. It is how far to the door? Assuming my door is closed because I was sleeping.
If it
Every
is a
day.
day that ends with Y,
All
it
right.
is a day
The
that
yes
begins
day.
with
Well-
Y.
I'm not sure how thick these doors are.
They are 5 feet. They're either
Can I
a
just-
free action to open, and you're in 2 squares of difficult terrain.
Oh. Well, then I will end up just outside the door then.
All right. You see a very large strider attempting to skewer Vim.
Do any of my comrades look particularly hurt?
Vim?
Okay. I may have to burn a sorcery point for this. Yes.
A sorcery point. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, I think
god.
because I took what was it?
Distance spell?
I can't remember. Metamagic Adept was the feat I took, which gave me
Yeah, you
2
did.
sorcery point thingamajiggers. So I'm going to burn a sorcery point to do distance spell. Because I think I'm not within range of most people.
Do you have healing word by any chance?
I probably do. Let me just check if I prepared it. I did prepare it. And I will.
He's in range for that.
I am. You check.
You're in range for healing
All right.
word.
I will throw a healing word, and I will also bump it up to 2nd level.
Wow, getting fancy with it.
5, then actually, I'm not sure bumping it up to level did.
Yeah, it did. It did the 9 in total.
Well,
Vim gets 9 hit points back.
well, hold on. It did.
Because it did the higher level cast, which added a d4.
Oh, is it like usually it's just my wisdom modifier?
Usually it's 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier.
And
So
you
it
added,
did that,
and you rolled a
then it added
1.
another d4 because you only pumped it up to level 2, right?
Yeah, but it looks like unless I'm reading this wrong, it looks like
That
you
one
only
only
rolled
rolled
one
at
dice.
1d4 plus 4, so
Yeah.
you're missing the extra
No,
d4.
No,
above
it's
that,
right above it.
above
The
that
higher
it
level
says higher
cast.
level cast, and it's
Oh, it's
Oh,
4,
I didn't
yeah.
even notice that. Sorry.
Yeah. So it's 9 in total.
It split the thing into 2 boxes,
Yeah.
which confused
Yeah.
me.
it does that
Yeah.
for the higher level cast.
Okay. So 9 back to that was actually I think that's a healing word
It's
is
a bonus
action.
action.
For my actual action then,
Brought me up to over half.
For now.
what's the range on this? Dang it, everything's just out of range. I think I don't have a lot of 60 range spells. What I can do though is our good old friend Spirit Guardians. So that's cast.
Okay.
So it is now there's now a zone around me.
All right.
I have an
yes.
unfortunate point to make about 5e's rules.
Oh, 2 spells.
2 spells.
2 spells.
All right, never mind.
We can. I don't know, Will, where you stand on that rule. It hasn't come up yet.
It hasn't come up yet. For the bonus action, I mean...
So you can cast a spell as your action as long as it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rule is written as one of them has to be a cantrip.
One of them has to
Usually
be a
it's going to be
cantrip.
the action most of the time.
Except for healing word. So you know what? Never mind. I will just end my turn.
If you have like a...
Let you know. I can use my action
You
to
could also
dash.
dash.
Yes.
Or if you've got a... shoot, what do you call it?
Sacred Flame.
One,
Sacred
two,
Flame or a
three,
Firebolt or
4,
something.
5,
Just
6,
Yeah.
7,
Eldritch Blast.
8. I'm more concerned getting closer in case I need to actually hit with a minimum range cure wounds.
All right. Vim. Oh, nope.
No.
No.
Luna.
Luna.
No, we need some more of that damage on here before I go.
I'm gonna move over here so
Okay.
that I can protect Vim now in my range. And we'll make a couple attacks here with Sword Friend. So that's a 20 to hit.
A 20 will hit.
That's 11.
As Sword Friend goes, it kind of like wraps around one of the legs and gets like a pretty good crunching sound.
Crunch.
Crunch.
And
If you've
then
had crab, it's like eating a crab leg.
I
but
do
spider.
love
Delicious.
That's a 31 to hit.
That will hit if this was Pat. They would crit.
And we will do 9 damage.
A mighty number. It is still
Indeed.
standing after that, though. Vim.
Is it still standing strong or still standing like...
It's standing.
It's still standing.
Better than it ever did. Well, not quite, but it's still up. And it's definitely now like kind of panicking. It's looking around. That may be time to make.
Alright,
It may
I'm
be
not gonna
time to
burn.
abscond.
I'm not gonna burn the spell slot. Then I, because I have crossbow expert, so I don't get disadvantage. So I'm gonna shoot it in its face.
Point
Yeah,
blank
point
crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like rears up to try to get one last bite on Vim.
What the fuck?
Phew, it goes right through it, like the almost nightmarish.
What the fuck?
Ichor just goes around the bolt.
But the
Both of those
plus
will miss.
9. That's a
Yeah,
3
I have a
plus
plus
4.
9 on this.
Wow.
There you go. Third one
Finally.
will hit, Chad. 10
Wow.
damage.
And what?
As the first two bolts kind of miss, going through this like nightmarish ichor. The last one finds purchase, but it's still standing. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. On its turn, it's going to cast Sanctuary on itself.
Boo.
Don't like that.
Or
There you go.
I possess the gift of prophecy, apparently.
And unless any of you have Mage Slayer, going
No.
once, going twice.
Quick, someone get Garl.
It's going to go 5, 10, 15.
Ugh.
It'll technically provoke from Evie, Luna, and Rash, but I need the 3 of you to make me a DC
Good.
14 Wisdom save in order to be able to attack it.
What?
you want wisdom from Luna?
That's a nat 20
Yeah, I was
from
gonna
me.
say this is gonna surprise you, but
Hey!
Rash
Awesome.
isn't very wise. Holy!
Can I throw a flask
Yep.
as... Okay. Then that's what I will do.
Speaking of
Take
which,
that.
it's typically a melee thing, but would you allow the
I would.
crossbow?
I
'Cause-
would definitely allow you
It
to
seems
do
like
it.
it makes sense, but I gotta
Vim,
do the save first.
Consider it this. You have the crossbow expert feat. If you're in melee with someone and they try to run away from you, you can fire at them.
I felt the save anyway.
Okay, I'll have them make a dexterity save against Evie's. They will fail. And yeah, between Luna's attack, Evie's acid, and Rash, you can make an attack if you'd like.
Bless. That's not my attack. I do not have bless. Loop.
That'll hit.
Yeah! Alright. I wasn't sure.
Yes, between the 3 of you, the Drider crumples
Good.
into dust. And with it, the sprites
Spider.
also disappear.
Did they turn invisible or did they disappear?
It's almost
Dissolve.
like fire, but it's more like noxious looking. Noxious fire.
No. What is happening?
Gentle breeze will flow out. You're able to see the version of one of the other versions of this world. The true version, I honestly don't know, but the best way to put it is this. It's the same place, but it's layered on top of itself. One's a dream, one's a nightmare, and Peaceful Peace Blossom has been controlling both of them using Mother Myrtle's power.
Okay, how we make Dream the actual only one then?
I don't know. I don't have that information. I know people who might, but we have to get out of the castle to find them.
Well, what about
I-
Mother Myrtle? Where is she?
Oh, she is going to be back in the morning.
She's
Peaceful
Well,
Peace Blossom said
Where is
so.
she? Where is she actually though? Because obviously everything Peaceful says is
She is
crock of shit.
currently in the throne room as Peaceful Peace Blossom's throne.
That's
Cautious. Before we proceed any further, I should question from the group. Was it just Vim who was hurt, or has multiple people had injuries?
Bah. I brushed
Not
off
bah.
those tiny little pinpricks.
You see like sewing needles on the floor around a couple of them.
I'm not going to question that, but that is dangerous, especially since I don't wear shoes.
Is Darius just going around raw dogging it? Just
Wouldn't it be?
I'm
gotta
wearing
look
my armor.
What's on your
love-
feet? You're just walking around barefoot?
He's got little toe
Darius,
beans.
Darius,
They're not
Darius,
little. They're the size of your
your
eyeball.
feet for
Toe
free?
beans.
Back to my damn feet.
This has gone.
You're the one who brought it up.
Will, can I
I was just gonna ask because I can
Discern-
cast Mass Healing Word now. I could,
discern what the hell Gentle Breeze's deal is in this? Like, why are they why are you helping us? It would seem, aren't you the paramour of this peaceful peace blossom? Why help us?
I was originally a close friend of the Fairy King's. I actually agreed with him that we needed to be sealed away.
So it's mutiny. I see.
oh, it's treason
When
then.
Peaceful Peace Blossom took his throne from him and placed him in captivity, I ingratiated myself for her so that, if possible, I could find people to help free him.
So is he? So he's
You say-
trapped.
Yeah, you say
He
trap.
is in the same state Peaceful Peace Blossom was in, I assume, when you all found her.
So it is possible to bring him back.
Yes, we would
Wasn't
just...
he also a problem, though?
Hmm.
He
Some
believed
not
that
so great
he
stuff.
believed that the fairies were becoming too powerful, and we needed to seal our magic away.
And they immediately proved him right when they sealed him away and uprose. I'm not saying
Well, I have no stake in monarchies and regimes other than who's paying me and who's attacking me. And right now, this peaceful peace blossom has been nice and now has attacked my friends and kin, and therefore she must perish.
That is typically how it goes.
so. I think freeing this king could be useful, but either way, whatever route it ends with killing her and freeing Mother Myrtle, minimum.
I suppose.
You say
What
she
do
is
you-
using her as a throne?
Yes. And
Brutal.
as she's saying that, you all hear...
Rash
sort
kind of
of-
likes that. Rash is like brutal.
Just a little bit of like a little bit of like
It's the
not
same
approval, but like
boring,
almost
like using that guy. As a
yeah,
chair.
almost
Like, it's a
jealousy.
little bit-
Like of
yeah.
just like, damn, wish I thought of that.
Nimbus, it
As someone who
appears as
prefers
though you've
function over
defeated
form,
my
I disagree.
executioner.
Okay, we need to move because right now I'm in a lot of pain.
Oh, she can...
Do you need another
you can
heal?
all hear Peaceful Peace Blossom's voice right now. Oh, Fimbus, be a good little caterpillar and die, so that the dreams may be freed from your essence.
How is it possible to be
Then
Then
wrong
how
about?
much health do you need?
I mean, I'm like 23 down.
20 health to you right now, lay
Oh,
on hands.
jeez. Okay.
Nice.
Grant me full control over my realm, Vim. And as she says that, you can see the
Oh.
hallway behind you is sprouting teeth.
Okay, we gotta move.
Will
now.
said,
Yep.
start moving.
Yep.
We are
All
going to
right,
begin
let's-
a skills challenge to escape the Castle of Nightmares.
Let's run to the
All
throne
right.
room.
Shall I grab someone?
I
Pile
would not
into
say no
the-
to transport.
Into the saddlebags,
I
everyone.
pour the plasmoid into a saddlebag.
Debbie, I'm now.
Get
I
the-
think the
Get the
second-
funnel.
I think I'm now the second fastest person in this group. So
What's your
Yeah, but you're
speed?
disturbing to look at when you move.
oh, it's 35, but I'm also flying.
Oh, I'm at 40, so I'm okay to
Okay, so
run it.
I'm
Okay.
all right. So I wasn't sure about yours, so I'm like just under you and
So,
him, but
No,
I can fly,
And-
swim, climb.
I'm
I
okay
can
to
run
run
the
it.
full gambit.
But can you dance, sing, and act? Are you a
I
triple
mean-
threat?
I mean, I actually have a +8 in performance. Or no,
I
no, a
believe it.
+5 in performance. I'm not proficient, but I've
I want to see your little
bonuses.
moth dance, Vim. I would like to see the moth dance.
after we could, I'll
I wear
dance
that
a
would be kind
lot.
of dusty.
I'll dance a lot on this.
All right,
But it's
we're
great.
running. We're running.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna
running.
grab
Everyone
the
do me a favor
plasmoid.
and make me an initiative roll, please.
Cool.
This is going to be a skills challenge using the Lord Kensington rules of skills challenges.
God, my initiative is just garbage tonight.
Woof!
The
What's it with me in
goal,
fives?
the goal of the skills challenge is pretty simple: is to escape this castle of nightmares with the help of gentle breeze.
I mean, what if we did just go straight to the throne room?
Would you like to attempt to get straight to the throne room?
I mean, if the goal is to rescue Mother Myrtle, kinda.
Well, let's put it this way. Is there anything to be gained by not going there first? Like, are we needing something? Do we
Yeah,
need to gather allies?
Gentle
No.
Breeze says she knows somebody who can help, but we have to leave the castle.
Yeah.
Or you can to
Fine.
the throne room, whichever one you prefer.
Let's go
I
get some
follow
help.
him.
Let's not have 2 streams on this channel where we
Yeah.
don't prepare for the boss fight.
Yeah.
Whatever
Also like
you-
how
Would be fun, though.
also like how
What
for
if we
attack
did?
rolls I struggled to roll over a 4, and then for initiative rolled a 19 on the die.
But the goal for the skills challenge is either for you all to get to the throne room or to get out of here, depending on what you decide. The success is you'll need 10 successes to get out of this place, and you have 4 failures as a group. In addition to your hero points, Gentle Breeze can give you advantage on a roll, but you have to ask for that advantage beforehand, and you can only do it once a round.
What are we
Okay.
rolling?
The
It's a
goal,
skills challenge.
the goal of the skills challenge is for you all
Okay.
to get out of this castle. You can use your skills however you see fit. However, you cannot use the same skill as a person right before you, and you cannot use the same skill 2
Okay.
rounds in a row.
As a hint to those people around me, I'm probably going to be relying on charisma skills quite a bit.
That's fine. I have no charisma.
That is my
I
strongest.
am.
Oh,
probably
but
gonna
you're
be-
not right.
What?
You're not.
That's
We're not right
okay.
next to each other.
This is true.
It would. Yeah. It would only affect Evie and Darius,
They're not
Yeah.
very
which I don't think
aggressive.
either of them are going to be relying on charisma.
I forgot Darius is lower than me.
I am probably going to be using either athletics or insight, or because I don't think I'll be allowed to get away with medicine or survival because we're inside.
Well, you could
I will
use survival
definitely
to
be
navigate.
using-
Survival can be pathfinding as
Yeah.
well as other things. I'm gonna just start off with deception as far as trying to like kind of feint one route.
Oh boy.
It's time for you to die.
That's what I'm gonna. Deception is trying to like feint, like I'm gonna try to lead the group one route and then divert
for
it
it.
to try and mess her up.
Make me a deception
And-
check.
Now, this part of this character is fully online. Not only do I have my wisdom bonus, I have advantage on charisma checks.
Nice.
As an adult Uptaran. So 25.
That is a success, Vim. As you go towards like a fork in the hallways, you start to lean one way, and you see the hallway in front of you begin to shift and change into a just like a bouncing hallway of like fey and just filled with like swords coming out of the walls, swinging down in traps. You start to go towards that way, but you manage to make like a good turn. And Peaceful Pete's Blossom, oh, you're avoiding that! I wish you would have told me sooner, Vim. I could have given you a better gift down the other hallway.
You'll see a moth barrel roll
Yeah,
out of out of that like corridor to the other one.
nice. Evie.
Oh, Lordy May. How stupid can I be here?
Hey.
As creative as you want to be, McKenna. Do something cool.
Can I? How do you feel about me using my alchemist supplies to just just dissolve part of the wall.
I'd let you do that with a D20 proficiency in intelligence, if that works.
I have my alchemist supplies, so I can roll with my tools check, and those are best for me.
All right, and you can do that with intelligence as the modifier.
25. It's a plus 11 with all of the modifiers.
Oh yeah,
that Artificer.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, how stupid can I get with this? Because adding tool proficiencies to this is stupid.
As you're going down the hallways, Peaceful Peace Blossom, oh no, you're not going to get out that way. And a bunch of walls just appear around the party, and Evie just melts one of them, and y'all jump through.
What you've said is factually incorrect.
Luna, you're up.
Yes, exactly.
Luna, don't you want some sweets?
Just go into this unmarked room.
The door opens, and where, like, the table that you once saw...
Okay, wait, it's specifically Luna. Don't you want some sweets?
Yes. The table where you, like, once saw, like, that, like, gorgeous, like, dessert spread is now just covered in, like, stale and molded desserts.
Oh, we're safe. We're fine.
I'm gonna roll persuasion here. Your desserts do not look very good. You should probably go back to the kitchen instead of looking at us and go work on them.
Is this persuasion against herself to tell herself?
Read them for filth.
I did not think of you as a person who would tell another to go to the kitchen, Luna. I'm disappointed. That was
Read them for filth.
Wow.
Arash, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna do a. Yeah, I'll do a dex in case Darius wants to do athletics.
What do you
And
think?
this is a save or a check?
Skill check.
You pick an ability, like one of your like acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
sleight of
acrobatics.
hand or
I'm
something.
fully gonna do acrobatics. Rash is gonna try to gymnastics her way out of this.
Oh, Rash, aren't you getting old? Aren't you getting old and tired? Let me give you a hand. And a whole bunch of
I am
hands,
spry for my age!
a whole bunch of hands pop out of the hallway. and
Gymnastics.
try to
Will's
grab
stealing
at
my bit.
Rash.
This is intellectual property theft.
But Rash manages to avoid them all.
Yeah. Fully just springs into action.
Darius.
You wait for Wednesday. Just you wait for Wednesday.
You know.
Rash parkoured so hard, Myers phone fell.
I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah.
Sips tea.
Yep.
Darius, you're up.
Well, I have a question, Will.
I have
As
an
we're
answer.
making our way down the hall, is it just hands and teeth that are growing out of this, or are there
Hands, teeth. At one
Is
point,
there
there was
any
a bunch
barrier?
of swords.
Oh, here's okay.
At
I'm
one
actually
point,
really-
there was a wall that Evie melted with acid. Any sort of like nightmare, like wall
the swords-
closing in on you, anything like that.
Well, let me ask you this: are the swords being like held by weird hands coming out of the walls, or
No,
are they
they're
just
like
swords?
sticking out of the walls, like cutting
Okay, so
down.
heat metal would be not helpful and possibly even
No.
worse.
1,000 degree blade versus Mao.
Has the same energy as putting things in the pneumatic press. I'm just going to try. Can I use my calm and rational brain that's good at picking up details from all my crafting to use an insight check to find us the exact right safe route through a certain patch of
Yeah,
obstacles?
make me an insight check.
Okay.
You
It's
know
like
how
a whole-
peaceful Peace Blossom operates.
Yeah.
I'm going to hero point that.
Wise.
Ugh.
That is a failure.
I am rolling like utter
But,
balls tonight. Pardon my
Darius,
French.
as you
Not
try
the
to
utter balls.
basically get a handle on Peaceful Peace Blossoms, oh, you're taking a little too long.
That's that imagery you wrote.
And a whole bunch of like amber, almost
Utter balls.
liquid. It's like amber liquid that's just running atop of the roof. It plops down, and as it's falling down, it shifts into fairies. Vim, as that's plopping down,
Honey
you can
fairies?
see, you can see, like, in the liquid as they're turning into Fae, you can see Mother Myrtle almost, like, getting older with each drop of this that's turning into a fairy. And they swoop down. Everyone will lose 1 hit dice.
Oof.
Rude.
Your beef with hit dice in this campaign is brutal, Will.
Yeah?
Jesus.
All right. Vim, is your turn.
So as we get towards a path that looks right, I'm going to build off of Evie having done an explosion, and
Vim,
I'm going to pour.
don't you want to give Peaceful Peace Blossom ultimate power?
I'm going to pull, like, on it and pull liquid. And basically what I'm trying to do, I'm going to do an intimidation thing to almost like make her flinch, to just give us a pause to kind of get down a path.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Like, almost pretend like I'm going to set off another explosion, but actually it's just to make her, like, lose focus for a second.
You've already used deception, though, so you can't.
This is intimidation.
Oh, intimidation.
I'm trying to make him flinch.
I like it. Roll it.
18.
What does Vim? How does Vim do that? I'm curious.
That's what it was. Is like how Evie had set off an explosion.
Mm-hmm.
He's pulling out a liquid and like pouring liquid, and almost like he's about to set it for another explosion.
Oh yeah, I think that's like as you're getting to like the ground hall, like the main entryway, the doors are shut, and as you're like coming out, oh, do you think you'll get through, my guardians? And these like two like massive metal gate just falls down in front of the door with like a mouth on it, and it's like, you shall not get past me, little caterpillar. As you pull out that bomb, it says, nope, never mind. Goes back up. And you are all able to make it past the first half of the skills challenge, and you've now made it into the front garden area. And now upon non-dream version, instead of that beautiful hedge maze and that beautiful like garden, it is now thorns and bramble and twisted topiaries. Evie, you're up first.
I'm going to make an investigation check to find the best way through this.
I love it. Gentle Breeze will say, we just need to get off the grounds. Once we're into the forest, it will still be dangerous, but she won't have nearly as much power.
That's a 26.
That is a success. You're able to start navigating through the maze of brambles. As you are doing so, it's almost like the walls of the maze are like pushing in closer to you all, trying to grab at you and pull you in. Luna, you're up. What would you like to do?
Great. To keep everybody together, Luna's gonna blow her horn and make sure that we stay a group and don't get lost in the maze.
Fair enough. A 17. I'm assuming that's with the proficiency on the horn.
Yeah, it's a tool, it's a musical instrument.
There you go.
Nice.
That is a success. You're able to keep everyone together even when the brambles pull you apart. Luna's horn is able to be a beacon for everyone to get back together. Rash.
Rash is going to she's still gonna do an acrobatics to like kind of weave in and out and kind of shepherd the group to stay together. She's gonna shepherd dog it.
I believe you used acrobatics last round. You cannot use
I did
2 rounds in a row.
You're absolutely right. In that case, she's going to use a strength check and just like dig deep into the ground with the balls of her feet and just like fucking dash forward.
I'd let you use athletics if you want.
I will do athletics.
All right, go for it. Unfortunately, these brambles are just too strong. Do you want to use your hero point?
Yes, I do. I fully do.
As they start to wrap around Rash's arms and legs.
There we go. That's better.
You're able to burst out and honestly make a little bit more of a path going through. Darius, you're up.
Right, so that was an athletics check, which includes my athletic check. So I will, because we're out in a brambly maze, you say, yeah?
Yep, brambly maze.
I will then attempt to use a survival check to help us navigate.
Make a survival check.
22, much
Success.
better.
All right, as the maze is coming close to its end, Vim, you're up. The brambles almost now taking animal-like forms, coming towards you to attack. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to just like trying to misdirect her. Especially as the group's getting closer. Just
Vim,
with me flying around, just kind of making her think we're diverting a couple times as we keep going back to deception.
All right, roll it. A 16 is a success. As one of the draconic-looking brambles starts to come towards the party, Vim, you go to dodge, and it moves, leaving an opening for you all to escape the castle grounds and make your way into the forest. After a few minutes of running, about 10 minutes of just straight running, Gentle Breeze says, "All right, we should be far enough from the castle grounds. We can take a couple minutes to get a breather, but she'll be sending her knights out soon, I'm sure."
You said we needed to get to the Fairy King where he was trapped?
Yeah, well, we need to get to him, but we need to get to my friend first.
Who is your friend?
Oh, son of a bitch. I know who the friend is.
They're a rather particular person.
Are
They
they
have a bit-
particular in a
If
helpful
you
way?
say Hogba will, I'm
They-
going to fly to Canada and I'm going to bap you in the head.
I want to say the Hogba, but it's not the Hogba.
Oh, thank God.
But
I told you I wasn't going to Hogba you this campaign. I will be true to my word.
What
That's
that
not
is.
what you said. But I
but-
appreciate it.
No, I'm not sure how Vim might react to them. They are like Mother Myrtle.
old.
Yes, they're a hag, but they are,
What do you mean more
They-
how I might react to them?
well, I don't know what your relationship is to them. I don't know how he will react to you. It's strange, I suppose, but,
Being more clear would help.
well, their name is, and you see her, like, stopping for a second. Their name is Taliti.
There it is.
Taliti?
Taliti.
Delete key.
Taliti.
Yeah, Taliti.
This feels like it's going
What
in
I
a
said.
this feels like it's going in a direction, and the concern might have been warranted.
He is a hag like Mother Myrtle. Never found a coven for their own. They have been alone for some time, and they are quite the recluse.
Well, let us go find this Teleti.
Yes, we'll need to make our way through the woods, and it is a dangerous trek.
Well, what isn't dangerous? I mean,
I know, but this more so than ever. I might be able to make it easier for us, but it's a little bit risky.
in what way?
Well, right now, we are in the nightmare side of the Fey realm. Not even the Fey realm of this planet. Think of this like the nighttime of the planet. Right now, we're in the night. I can force it to be day for all of us, but if I do that, it's just going to be. It's going to be a similar danger, but it'll just be a little bit sugar coated.
Bah.
I guess I don't
Seems
see
kinda
the point
pointless
in
then.
expending the energy for that.
Okay.
Might as well see things
Dangerous
thoroughly.
either way.
All right then. Then we'll just need to head towards the swamp, and once we're there, we'll be able to hopefully find my friend.
Hopefully.
I don't know if Peaceful Peace Blossom has sent people after them. She's been harvesting all the hags of this world. for
Don't
their
like
magic.
that word being used in that
Harvesting
context.
the hags, you say? How
That is
horrendous.
A horrible harvest.
And yeah,
Well- I'm okay. I'm not injured. Does anyone else need healing?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Bah.
then let us go.
all right. Gentle breeze begins to lead you all through the woods. A few hours will pass.
As we're going through those woods,
Yes.
I do want to talk to everybody a little bit hushed and off,
That's fine.
so not everybody is hearing. Okay. I don't know if it's just that you know more than you're letting on, because otherwise I don't know why you would be concerned about how I will react, but things need to be a little bit plain here. This Taliti, relation to Mother Myrtle, relation to anybody else that I might know of?
The best way to put it is from my understanding, he is a nightmare left behind for Mother Myrtle's use. She made a deal with somebody to basically take away the fears they had, and they put them all into one being, and that's what this being is. It is one man's fears given personification.
I mean, that could manifest in a few different ways. In certain ways, that might actually be very useful. That might also explain a couple things. Like a little bit of. Well, you know what? I'm not actually. I don't think I'm the one whose reaction to this is going to be the more problematic reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see how that manifests to see how useful that is and how much of a pain it's going to be. They've got to already be working that connection with the name, even if they don't want to say it. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. He's almost left that conversation and started having the conversation with himself about things that she wouldn't know already.
As you all approach a swamp, in the distance, in like the middle of this swampy bog, you can see built onto stilts is a swamp hut. As you approach it,
Swamp hut.
you can see that the sides of the swamp are just covered with bones. And one of the bones, a skeletal head, starts to glow a little bit. And you just hear a, "Out! Who enters me swamp?"
Oh boy.
Really going for an aesthetic here. Okay.
Experiment
Baba
3,
Yaga.
version 13. Gentle Breeze, Vim, Luna, Rash, and Darius.
Gentle Breeze, you're there? Yes, Telity. I'm here. You brought others. You know that's not the deal. You cannot bring others here. They will find me. I know, but we need your help. You don't need my help. You want to bring my ruin to my front doorstep.
No?
None of us want that.
Someone can.
We would like to bring ruin to a peaceful peace blossom.
Yeah, the thing I want to do right now is just kill Peaceful Beast Blossom.
Someone can make me a persuasion check.
I
Not me.
can do it.
Yeah,
I was
not
like,
me.
it's me or them.
22.
Nice.
That fairy has been troublesome for my research. Fair enough. Do not worry, one of my constructs will come and fetch you. And a few minutes pass, and you see bubbles beneath the swamp, and then coming out from the swamp with a what appears to be like board basically tied to their back is a skeletal alligator.
That is not right, is it?
Gentle Breeze just says, I think you can step on there, and she just floats down and stands on like the wooden board.
Okay, I step on it.
I think
Yeah.
this is just the aesthetic here.
Hops on.
Went to one place and got all of his furniture.
Luna?
Oh, Luna, I think your mic cut out.
Oh, okay.
The skeletal alligator begins to swim through the swamp with you all on its back. And after about 5 minutes, you find yourself at a very basic-looking hut. The dock is ramshackled and thrown together. Yes, Darius?
How is a skeletal alligator buoyant?
Magic.
Okay. I don't know what I expected.
Can I just be looking around for clues? I know how similar these names sound, and
Yeah, every
the
time
doctors-
every time the name Teleti has come up, Vim's just like looked at Evie.
and I think it's visually apparent to everyone in the room that Evie heard that name and went, interesting. But like, she knows the connection to Mother Myrtle, and she knows that there is a possible relation here, so she's like looking around for signs of that.
You can, not really on the outside, but as Gentle Breeze brings you to like the cabin and opens the door for you all, on the inside you see the walls are covered in papers that have like the same script that you've seen throughout your adventure, that sort of wavy line script.
Yeah.
The walls are covered with like writings of that and like notes trying to decipher it by the looks of it. In addition to that, you can see like a number of plants that are like in a potted plant. One of them's very withered. The other ones are like, one's thriving, one's withered, one's like kind of in the middle of life and death. And you see bent over this like olive-skinned man with long, dark, greasy black hair that's just dripping onto the ground, almost like catching underneath his bare feet. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of you. Yes. Alright. Okay. Everything can be fine. They will not find me here. I am safe. I have left traps for them around this place.
Assuming this is the king?
No, this is
No.
the
No.
hag friend.
This is the friend.
This is Hag Friend.
Oh.
That was not the king. The king is still trapped, yes?
Oh, yes, he's the
Yes.
chair now.
No,
This is-
No,
Mother
no.
Myrtle's.
That's Mother Myrtle.
I'll admit,
It's okay,
I was
Darius.
asleep in a room with a
Welcome
web.
to
A
my
lot
world.
flew by.
This is what it is like to be a Luna.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Luna.
All right, all of you, quickly before
Gives
the
you a
outside
cookie.
sees you. Come in. Come,
I'm
come. And they like run behind you, and as they're running, like all the papers sweep up and like start floating in the air. You see them like smack their hand down. The papers just fall flat to the ground. One of them going over top of Darius's toe. He just slams the door and he puts like lock. Arcane lock. Lock.
But have you put on enough locks?
Lock.
Okay.
Now, discuss. All right. What do you need, Gentle Breeze? What do you all need? Adventurers, travelers? Who looks directly at Vim.
Oh.
Well, we're looking at potentially
Prizes.
prizes.
My apologies. What do you need? Allow me to help you.
Revolution.
Yeah, a
Yes,
little bit of
that.
that.
Will you join in our crusade?
Potentially
Revenge?
freeing the
Revenge.
former fairy king, killing the current fairy monarch, freeing Mother Myrtle and her coven, because at least one of them seems to also be trapped, but I'm not sure about the other one.
They have all been captured by Peaceful
Okay.
Peace Blossom. The only reason why she has not found me is because I am protected. And you see, like, all that, like, script around it. It's like, I have harnessed the power of my enemy to become my own ability.
So you are
That's great.
studying. You know, I don't know if we have a name for them yet.
Yes,
The
I
creatures.
am studying the Calistidia Order.
I believe they just demolished the entirety of the Ambrosia Rose Galaxy.
Yes, it was quite the sight. Oh, there we go. Yes, it was quite the sight to see. Even from here, the stars shifted, the sky changed, and then part of the galaxy was darkness.
You seem a little revved up on that. I just want to
It
make
means
sure.
that my predecessor has failed his quest, which means that we are all going to die. A terrible, painful death to everyone! That's why I'm protecting myself. I'm staying inside where it's safe.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work out. Which
Unless-
is great.
So then
We
your
just-
predecessor must have been Dr. Tolitio?
The one who came to Mother Myrtle to take his fear away. Yes!
He is not a very fearful man.
Well,
So I
not
don't know.
anymore, apparently.
He
Because
just
it's right here.
This guy just like does the full like model twirl and goes like, I know. I
Let
am
me
here.
let me paint this metaphor for you. So Dr. Teletio is to this very famous thief that existed one time, and this guy right here, in that analogy, is to these fingers. That's
Dim,
kind of
I
what
understand
happened
where
here.
you are going with this metaphor, but it might be lost
Metaphors
on
are
me.
maybe not my strong suit, but so you were grown from pieces of Dr. Tolitio?
I am his fear. I am his
Evie,
worry,
Evie.
his anxiety, his...
You know how
Other
Luna is
words?
missing memories?
Yes.
It seems your doctor is missing his fear, and his fear is here.
Hello.
Oh,
Are
but
you-
he did it intentionally.
Correct.
He just kind of like
Correct?
runs up.
Interesting.
Are you one of his later projects? And you see him like coming up towards you. Oh, yes.
Evie, like, sort of preens a little bit and says, "Yes, I am."
Do you mind? And they like take like
Not
their
at all,
fingers,
not at all. Look,
and they start
look.
like prodding you a little bit. Ah, yes, quite the sturdy wall to block the darkness. He's done good here.
He did. Thank you.
Yes, I think that you should keep them off his trial for some time if they're hunting you instead. Anyway, now our business.
Well, technically, I am an artisan. I am designed to create alongside him.
Alongside how
Or
nice.
around as well with other people and not him.
I don't see why it cannot be both.
Okay, you don't see it.
Maybe not you specifically, Vim, because you seem to have this weird thing with him. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is.
I have the weird thing with him.
That is for good reason.
Yes, that's what I said.
Dim, everyone is allowed to have their delusions about their parentage.
Does Evie hear that?
I don't. Mother
Does
Myrtle's-
she?
Yes.
It was an aside, so does she?
I think
How
it would
quiet was
be-
Rash being?
I don't know. Let's see how quiet Rash was being.
Make a
Let's
stealth
see.
check, Rash.
Yeah, stealth check
Stealth?
versus perception check.
Yeah. I think dramatically be more
Oh,
interesting
yeah,
if
Evie
you
doesn't
hear
hear it.
Every-
So that's
Everybody else easily
Surprising.
hears it. It's just Evie doesn't.
Evie is so like just pleased to be fawned over in this very like,
He's just like,
clinical way.
yes, quite strong, quite good, quite. He starts poking you. Oh, malleable. Now,
The chromatophores were mine. It's actually my soul bonded item.
yes, an aesthetic choice. No, aesthetics do nothing for function.
Technically, it is extremely helpful in communication. This is something that I would struggle with otherwise.
A shield does not need to communicate. But besides the point.
Rash puffs up at that. She does not like that.
I think you have misinterpreted my
Oh.
function
I think
because
this is definitely.
you require a shield.
I think
Yes.
this is-
Tolatio has no fear, and therefore he does not require a shield.
That
Fear-
is concern. That is not logical. Having no fear does not mean you do not need a shield. Having no fear has nothing to do with whether or not you need to be protected with a shield or not.
I concede that point. I think in this case specifically, this person is assuming that I am a shield because that is what he would like to make
That
to
is
protect
what
himself.
that is what all the steps are. Myself, their son, every
You
one of
consider
us.
yourself a shield?
That was my original purpose. I have deviated from it because I'm devious and smart. Ha ha!
Deviate and devious are two. You know what?
Wildly different.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
I feel like we would possibly be in
I mean,
a
it
better
does in a
place
certain way.
to have this exploratory conversation after the tyrannical Fey leadership has been toppled.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
I agree.
One more question. I don't suppose you have a way to get in contact with the doctor, do you?
He smiles.
It's a long shot, but
Oh, I am in regular contact with him. Not by choice, mind you, but I can see through their eyes.
oh? Does he know about that?
I don't know.
Huh.
I can share this gift if you'd like.
Evie, I don't know if that's a good idea. Under the pressing circumstances. Perhaps once we deal with the situation at hand?
Yeah, especially if he doesn't know about it. I think it's a great idea to talk about this afterwards.
It can be done very quickly. Simply need to sit down and meditate for a moment.
I mean, if it'll only take a moment, it might be helpful.
Then
I don't know if it'll be
please-
helpful with this exactly, but
He
I think we could
takes-
make use of it.
He goes around, he takes like these like candles. You just see him pulling like candles out of his ear and starts putting them into a circle.
Okay, Shrek.
So this is just Shrek. This man said, "Get out of my swamp," and then made candles out of his earwax. This man is Shrek.
No,
No, there's
Shrek
just-
would never do
He's
this
pulling
to
them
us.
out of his ear like a bag of holding and just putting them on the ground.
I think that's worse.
Pulling fully
Shrek
formed
would never
candles.
gaslight like this.
Starts lighting them on fire.
Shrek's a lot more sane than this
Come.
person.
Evie
This isn't
has it.
gaslight. This is candlelight, Rash. Come on.
Oh, for
Satan said-
And that's McKenna Gaslight.
Actually, hold on. Aren't technically because candles are like burning oxygen? Aren't all candles gas powered?
Hey,
No.
technically speaking, yes.
No. His candles do not have gas in them.
Yeah,
But
but
they
they're
burn
burning oxygen,
burn
which is a
gas.
gas.
They cannot
What?
burn without oxygen.
Well, it's not called
Yeah.
oxygen lighting. It's called gas lighting.
Well,
Oxygen is a
technically,
gas.
oxygen
Yeah.
is a gas.
What I'm afraid you fail to grasp this concept.
Also, fuck this guy. He's an asshole.
What do you mean?
I think he is.
That's
He's
out of character.
I have been around people like this in the monastery. They are very outside the box thinkers, and sometimes you have to be a little accommodating. They don't look at problems the same way we do.
Have a seat, Evie.
This is a very nice
Aside
way of
to
saying.
Vim,
Can I?
I see what you mean about how you dislike this doctor of Evie's.
Yeah, I can see where the connections are.
Can I, having just come from a horrific encounter with one of Tolotio's abandoned creatures, I am not entirely trusting of this person. I only have a +0 to insight, but I'd
Make
like
an
to roll it
insight check.
anyway.
Only.
That's a
Can
13!
I-
It's about as good as I
was
could
gonna
hope for.
say, can I offer the help action just because Rash is highly suspicious of this person?
Sure, go for it. Roll it one more time, Evie. You'll see you get a higher response than a 13.
Perhaps.
Perhaps you'll nat 20 it.
Nope.
Evie, they do not seem like they will actively try to body snatch you or kill you in doing this.
Okay.
I'm not trying to read him. I'm trying to read Gentle Breeze's reaction to this. Like if she's showing concern.
Gentle
Or-
Breeze is just kind of standing there like she doesn't really know what's going on.
Okay.
She will look over to you, Vim, and just kind of go like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know you would." And Vim, they will look towards you now, and Talati will say, "Vim, come."
Oh, we're all done. So,
Open your
okay.
mouth.
Yeah.
What?
Open your mouth.
I mean, it's open while I'm talking, and I'm
Yes.
and
And he
while
just
I'm
like
questioning.
reaches in and just like sticks their finger in your mouth,
Oh.
pulls out like a little bit of like Vim like saliva, and just pops it onto Evie's forehead.
I am sorry, Vim. I did not know he would do that.
For focus. I have a dream conduit here. This will be even more
Oh, boy.
powerful now. Excellent.
Oh, this is true. He is a dream god.
This is true.
Well, no, not a
That's
dream
just
god,
true.
a being
Yeah.
that straddles the balance. Technically speaking, a Vim should have the ability to flip this world between its nightmare and its dream-like phases.
Oh.
We're working on that.
Yes, excellent. And yeah, they will begin to do a magical ritual. About 5 minutes will pass, Evie. And at the end of the ritual, you hear like a little... a ritual of Farsight is being cast on you. Do you consent to the effects of the ritual?
Yes.
Evie, your consciousness leaves your body.
Okay.
And
Rip.
as you're looking down, now you see very familiar hands that you've worked with often, even though they are not your own, as Dr. Tolotio's hands are now in your vision. It seems like you're seeing through their eyes. They appear to be taking some notes. There's a chemical structure on there. Let's see. If I'm able to weaponize this, perhaps I can create some sort of aerosol gas that can be used here. 14, what do you think? They look over and you see another plasmoid. You see a very amorphous looking plasmoid. There is no like sort of like shape or personality to them. They're very much just like a plain drone.
That seems a little mean.
Doctor,
I hate this.
Doctor, I believe that shall be a effective component. Perhaps adding a additional measure to affect magical beings may be necessary based on the enemies that we are fighting. Oh, excellent point, 14. Thank you very much. And then you see them flip a page and you say, excellent, when collaborating. Focuses on that. Excellent, excellent. 14. Yes, Doctor. Could you do me a favor? Could you fetch the compounds for me? Of course, Doctor. Excellent, thank you. Heads out. You see them open up another file. All right, I have successfully suppressed that nasty personality bug.
He's so evil.
We've
Is
suppressed
everyone
that
hearing this or
nasty-
just Evie?
Just Evie.
This is
Just Evie. I I've successfully suppressed that nasty personality bug. Hopefully that thing hasn't caused too much trouble for my son, but that is his job. And then the far-seeing ends.
Evie is very quiet and is that horrible green-gray color she gets when her chromatophores are not working.
No, Evie, are you okay? You are the color of sad, Evie.
Pudding? Do you need cookie? Rash shoves a bunch of cookies at her. Like,
Slurp.
Rash glares daggers at Telety, like just daggers.
What?
What did you do?
I showed her his eyes!
He did not do anything wrong. Poor Dr. Toletio. I didn't make it back to him. I can only assume he didn't know where I was, and he made another experiment, another plasmoid. It's not his fault. It's not their fault either. I'm just sad that it has taken me so long to return to him that this was necessary. Apparently it had some sort of personality bug that he dealt with, though. He mentioned something about Myark. Maybe Myark was helpful in that regard. Hard to imagine Myark being helpful, but...
Well, you could never...
The mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
Well, clearly there is no personality bug that I see here, so he must be talking about Myark.
No, I think he was talking about,
What was this other?
Experiment 14?
What was the? Yeah, what was this 14 like?
Hard to say. They didn't talk that much. They were really intelligent.
Oh, but you are very intelligent.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Evie, in the vision also that you saw, was a chart that told you the location of that base.
Oh. Is it like a
I
whiteboard?
have
This
it
is
on
my
like
address.
I have it on like red notes. I was like, make sure that's part of it. It's like,
Good note.
fuck.
Good note.
Not the Uber Eats address.
No, but it was basically it was in one of the logs that you saw. It was like on the other side of that personality bug note.
But I know where he is now, and I can find him and I can help. And I'm sure being able to work with Experiment 14, I hope is an option. They seem, like I said, very smart, very knowledgeable, and a good collaborator. If a little dry.
Would you?
We shall collaborate indeed.
Would you say that?
Moisturizer?
Would you say that they had a personality? Because I've got a wager on that.
You have bet money on
I'm kind of
the
wagering.
personality of
I'm kind of wagering on now. I have my confidence in one way or another.
experiment that you have only just now learned the existence of? You didn't know about this.
No, but I
prior.
have an idea of what this Dr. Teletio is like. Seeing here
You
what
have
we
your idea of.
seeing here what we have in front of us.
One step at a time.
Seeing the other experience. I'm laying down
So are
where
we
I'm
gonna
reading
defeat
it all
the
in.
fairy queen?
We are, but since we started this, I do think this. I have been trying to see this and let things come to a little more natural thing, but I'm not good at that. So I'm going to say we can go. We might need to go after we do this.
I would agree.
Dr. Teletio is. I'm not saying that I'm going to convince you now that what I'm about to say is the truth of things, but I want it in your head that there is the possibility that he didn't want your personality, and that's why he made a new plasmoid, and that a bunch of us are things that he discarded because his weakness. Fear helps you. He discarded it because he couldn't handle it. You have a personality. He discarded it because he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle Mother
very
Myrtle
astute.
and Mother Myrtle's ideas, so he discarded that, or she absconded with me before he could think to do it. You don't have to believe me, but I want it in your head that maybe it's a possibility when things happen, because I don't think Dr. Teletio is quite what you see of him.
That doesn't make any sense. We just got back from the entire Crucible where a multitude of personalities won. If that was not something that he wanted to have all of those different possible personalities, then why go through the trouble? That doesn't make any sense at all. And I won. So
yeah, because you're better.
You won.
You won.
Exactly.
The one with your personality.
Did he
not
make the new
anything else.
one in the same crucifix?
Unlikely, considering that creature had been out of commission for some time.
So he did not make the new one in the same way.
Evie, consider
He may
what?
not have been able to on account of 3.5 being a psychotic disaster machine. To put it gently. This is all of my theorizing, but I know where he is now. I can find him and I can help him. We have the same goal. Huh?
Putting the candles back into his ear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Still lit.
And we have the same goal of exorcising this darkness from our galaxy. That is not changed.
Yes, before it can choke us out.
Exactly, precisely. And I am curious about this aerosol of his. That could be handy. Can I, make some sort of check regarding that formula that he was working on?
Make a Arcana or Nature check with advantage.
With advantage? Oh, sir, you spoil me.
It's from all the psychic damage that you just dealt yourself.
23, yeah. It's all the stupid damage that I just dealt myself with that mental gymnastics.
You
Like Cirque du
recognize
Soleil
it
up in here.
You recognize it as something that you were theoretically talking about with him, a sort of aerosol that could move through astral space, and would basically be not sentient, but able to move throughout the entirety of the galaxy and get to every planet if need be. And that version of it would mechanically do that, but it would also choke out all life.
It is a really good idea if we can focus it on the dark parts.
Or if you can starve it of its food!
Well,
This
many
is
wars have
also
been won that
true.
way.
It would stop the advance for future generations, but the cost would be...
The cost is nothing if it ends in
Unthinkable.
success. That is the rule. Success at all costs. Because without success, we're dead.
But
That's
then
why I
we
said
would
either way, death, painful, painless, who knows, but we're going to die.
You don't seem a very cheery
That is
person.
not allowed. Evie cannot.
And see, this is where your personality and us in general are better suited for this than this doctor, is because clearly he's very unimaginative.
Precisely, that's why he needs me.
I would say that's why.
I mean, he needs something.
Yeah, that's why you're needed.
Needs a
But
swift kick in the head.
I don't know how much he needs to factor in the equation going forward.
I think this is the basis of a good idea. I will need to workshop it. Perhaps if I can make this work by the time we meet with him. Yes, I think he would appreciate that. But I apologize. I have selfishly taken up important time that I was hoping we would maybe see something of his that would help with our current situation. But that was not the case. So, Peaceful Peace Blossom is a problem. Vim was right. We will need to find the Fairy King. Gentle Breeze was under the impression, Toletti, that you would be able to help us with this.
Oh, yes, we can actually see him from here, technically. Come to the window, come to the window. And you see him now pulling out, like, these, like, several crystals that are, like, taped together with, like, twine and some sort of goo. Caterpillar goo. Excellent for binding. And he sees them, like, basically put this, like, crystal contraption out the window and says, look through the crystal here. Who would like to look? Evie? Evie, as you're looking, you can see, like, reflecting through the crystal. It's like a maze of mirrors, like, bouncing off of each other, but you can see at the very top of a huge tree, wrapped in some sort of vines emanating from what looked to be a bow of some sorts, but it's been almost, like, bastardized. It's been, like, changed and repurposed. You can see this, like, fairy figure, this humanoid fairy figure. You can see the wings basically having these, like, roots growing into them, and you can see what looks to be who you would assume to be the Fairy King at the top of this tree, completely wrapped and beginning to be petrified.
Oh. I have...
Vim, you recognize the tree as the one that you saw in your visions way back when.
Mm-hmm.
I have a less than noble suggestion.
Ooh. How very fitting.
How so?
What? Nobility is often ineffective. Less than noble is often very effective.
This is true. That is why nobility is one of the personalities that we defeated.
Yes.
Let's hear the idea.
Anyway, I think we should release him conditionally.
Okay.
I like that idea.
A condition of his release is that he will help us unconditionally in the defeat of this oncoming threat.
I think he would probably just do it.
No,
I don't
like
know
Evie's,
him well enough to assume that.
I like Evie's plan better.
He did it the first time on his own.
Not with Peaceful Peace Blossom. I'm specifically talking about the blight that has just taken Ambrosia Rose.
The Castilian
help him with his. We're all assuming revenge is going to be a priority for him. Fair bet. Evie is just putting that as part of the
Gentle Breeze.
Helping restore the galaxy.
Part of the play to the bigger end.
I'd like to actually point something out here. It was never about revenge. It was about protecting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just saying there's going to be a little taste of revenge in it now.
I don't think so.
It's about protection.
That's not the type of person he is.
I understand.
Both can be true.
Yeah, I'm saying I definitely don't trust somebody who's not going to be like, okay,
You're
you
thinking
did this
about
to me
it like a Vin or like
a little
Rash.
revenge is
And
healthy.
you should think about it like a Luna.
I don't think it's very healthy to have this done to you, and when you get freed, you don't at least have a little thought of...
I can relate to that, but I appreciate also what Luna is saying. I think regardless of the king's motivations in this, he may not be as equally motivated to help us against that.
Right.
It sounds like
The
he
bigger
wants
picture.
to protect people, and
It
even
could not
people
help-
outside
So-
of this.
We're just gonna lay it.
It could not hurt to have
the
safeguards,
imprison
Luna.
The very well. I don't know how. I would feel kind of bad if I was already gonna help somebody, and then they gave me an old tomato.
I saw it coming,
An old tomato?
and it's still. And it's
Luna,
still.
it's pronounced ultimatum.
That's what
I mean,
I
I'd
said.
also be unhappy if someone gave me an old tomato.
Say that.
All
The only
soft
reason I think that I would pose this condition is that I think if his first priority was the protection of the Fey realm and his Fey subjects, I mean, he could just take them all back to the Fey wilds and off of the material plane entirely, which would solve the problem that the Blight
I just
imposes
think that
on
if we
his
explained it to
kingdom.
him, he'd probably want to help. Before we say we won't release you unless you, I don't think that's the
I think there's a
nice
way-
person thing to do.
Luna, also consider we thought Peaceful Peace Blossom was a friend, and look what happened there.
I mean, did many of us think that?
I thought
I
that for
did.
sure.
Apparently, a
Speaking-
significant
speaking
portion
of
of
which,
us did.
As you're finishing this conversation, can everyone make me a perception check?
God damn it. I knew it.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Can we see the cliffhanger coming?
no.
Yeah, right.
Not
Yes.
with the 6.
Darius hears it. Vim
Perception?
hears it.
Not
Yep.
with a nat one.
My little cat
Wait,
ears.
hero point. It's the last roll of the night.
Luna hears it. Rash hears it. Everyone but Evie will hear this. Almost like a
Evie's
whisper-
emotionally compromised.
Almost on
Evie's
a
doing great.
almost like a whisper to the wind. No matter where you run, I will find you. And that's where we are going to end tonight's session.
It's not gonna be hard
Thank
to find.
you
love
all
her
so
so
much
much.
for coming to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Join us next time as our party enters into the tree of Vim's dreams and nightmares. What awaits them? Who knows? But join us next time and find out. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.